everybody, welcome to Lisa's art room. Today we're going to be finishing up my wintertime vignette. Y'all come in and say hi. We are currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay either here or on YouTube. Get everything set up, make sure my volume's okay. Get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Y'all let me know if the volume's okay. So here's our vignette. It's a lot of reflection, so it's not lit either right now. Alright, so we're working on this. I'm going to do the side camera angle again because I think that will work best for what we're doing today. And so just bear with me because I know it's a lot of moving around, but there's no other way for me to do it. So let's see, anybody on? I might just have to check the volume myself. Anybody? Nope, it seems fine. All right, so volume is okay. Let's see, I am going to go ahead and attempt to move the camera over to my side view here with my, it's crazy, it's like a homemade tripod thing. So you see it here? So this is my homemade tripod thingy that I put my iPad on. It's kind of crazy, but we're gonna do that, so give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try to move somewhat slowly. Try not to make y'all dizzy. And then we'll flip the camera. Okay, let's see, flip. Where is my flip button? There it is. All right, make sure my volume still looks okay. Probably zoom it in. Just want to make sure the lights are actually kind of hitting this okay. I've got like 3 lights. And we'll zoom in just a little bit. Hey, Lori. Oh, I think I need that piece of cardboard. Hold on. Bear with me, just slide this in here. There. I don't know if I think my piece of wood was warped, as it's kind of wobbly. All right, that should be okay, I think. It's about as good as I can get. All right, I think that'll work. So what we're going to do today is just finish up the snow and just, whatever else needs done. I did end up going, I'm trying to grab stuff. I did end up going and adding some more varnish to the bricks and the cobblestone. It is satin, so it's a little bit shiny, but I think that works anyway, because if it's a snowy scene, it might be icy or even wet. So I think that will be fine. I think I'll go ahead and light this. It just helps me see. All right. So this has an extra coat of varnish, and I did it on the brick mainly because it was bleeding through. Even after all those coats of varnish and every step I took to try to keep that from happening, it was still bleeding through. So I put a coat of varnish, and then I put a coat of acrylic white paint on the snow to try to help. And hopefully that will seal it enough that it won't keep doing that. So that's what I did. That green tree that we were having an issue with it bleeding through, to doesn't seem too bad, but it is still bleeding through. So I don't know why. I thought that I used a good, I mean, those acrylic paints are not supposed to do that. So I don't even know. I have no idea, but I'll just keep adding a little bit of white paint, and sooner or later it's gonna stop. But I don't know what else to do, what other step to take other than the varnishes and the sealers. And you know, the only thing I didn't try was gesso, but typically gesso doesn't stop the bleed anyway. I found out from when I was stenciling. So I'll probably just add more snow, a little bit of paint here and there. The paint I'm using is a self-sealing paint. It's the Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin. It's indoor, outdoor, and it does have like a sealing, but the sealing tends to take like 21 days or something before you get that full effect. So that might be the reason. I don't know. But anyway, let's mix up some snow. So the only thing I did off camera, I added a few pine cones. Like I said, I had these pine cones that I had cut out from that floral pick thing. So I did add a few pine cones just here and there. Not a lot, but a few. I may add more, we'll see, but that's what I did for now. I want to cover up these bases so they blend in better. I wish I had pushed them inside a little deeper, but because they're going to kind of be on hills. But I guess it's all right. I mean, there'd probably be hills, right? So we're going to blend those in. I'm debating on how I want to do it. So I have this dried snow that, remember, I took it out of the jar the next day, and it's just basically dried clumps of snow. It is a little blue because I did put some blue dye in there, but paint, whatever. But I think I'm going to use it to crumble up and put on the cobblestone walkway. I tried a couple of different methods of making a snowy look on this cobblestone walkway, and I really wasn't super thrilled with either one of them. So I think I'll show you what I did. So let's see if I can find the camera. Okay. So I did the left side there is just some of the snow and stippled on with like a brush. And then this middle, I tried using the rock candy glitter, which looks real white when you first put it on because of the glue's white, but as soon as it dries, you just kind of get a sparkle. You don't really get a snowy look. So I didn't like that. So I don't know. We're going to try. I'm saying so way too much. Okay. Where's my container? Let's just mix up some snow. I don't think I'm going to make it blue. I'm not crazy about the blue on there. So we need baking soda, glue, and paint. It really doesn't take much. It goes really far. I was honestly kind of surprised how far it went, but I will just guesstimate how much I need. So I've got maybe, I don't know, we'll say 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of baking soda. We're going to just add about the same amount of glue. And I'm just using this Elmer's Glue All, which is a PVA glue. I'm not going to use my expensive glue. And then just a little bit of paint, just because all the things I'm using basically are translucent. So if you don't add a little bit of paint, your snow will be translucent. Now, if you want a translucent snow, go for it. But we do not, so add a little bit of paint. And just mix her up with this palette knife. And I might add just a little bit of water just to help with mixing. So I've just got some distilled water in here. And I'm just going to get a good mixture. And I like it to be about like icing. Icing, if it looks like icing, then it kind of just softens out and you don't have a lot of peaks or anything. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to add it. So I think I want to add some around the top edges here. Definitely around these people. So I guess I'll start with the people. I'm debating on how I want to put it on. This is too big, so I'll find something smaller. And keep yourself wet wipes or paper towels when you're doing this type of stuff so that you can keep your tools clean as you go. It will save you in the long run. Oh, clipped my mic. I might try that. I don't know if it's small enough. I also have this. This was like a chocolate thing. It's still not really small enough. I have a teeny one, but that one's a little too small. These are just pieces I've cut. What else do I have? I have a different palette knife, but I don't know if I like the shape of it. So let's just try this. I might have to just use a brush or a craft stick. I'm not liking the shape of that either. Where's my craft stick? I have some flat craft sticks floating around here. Oh, we've got some popsicle sticks. I guess I could use those. I don't know where my craft sticks are. Alright, we'll just use one of these popsicle sticks. Maybe that'll work. Just want something to kind of get in there around these people without covering everything. And I'm just going to try and squish it in there just to make those bases blend in a little better. You see, I'm still getting too much on his little leg. I probably should get a cheap brush for cleaning up. Let me see. I had one here. Is it stiff enough? I put all my brushes on the other table because they were going to be in the way. Maybe that one. Okay, here, let's try one of these. It still seems awfully dark. It's like I can't add any more lights. I have 3, so. All right, so I've got some water here. I'm just gonna use that to clean off anywhere I get it, like on his foot there. I didn't want his whole shoe covered up, so I'll just use a brush to kind of clean up my edge. Let's try it again. This is still too big. I need something smaller. All right, still too big. Just wipe this off. How about I might just use a brush, guys. I'm just going to use one of my brushes. Ideally, use a brush that you don't care if it gets messed up, because chances are it'll mess it up. It might not. I don't know. It might not mess it up. Here's one. What's this one? It's a hog hair. That might be good. It's long. I don't use my hog hair bristles for fancy painting, honestly. I rarely use them for that, so I'll just use this. Yeah, that's better. And like I said, it tends to be, at this point, as long as it's nice and wet, it tends to be pretty self-leveling. So I'm just trying to kind of blend it all in, and hopefully it will kind of self-level into this snow. Might want it just a fraction wetter. I need my palette knife again. I threw that wipe away. I should have kept. Oh, I didn't throw it away. Okay. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna. Oh, I got this in your way. Build some snow around these items, just a little bit. I think I'm going to make a snow angel here. I thought That might be a cute addition. Do y'all want me to, do I need to zoom you guys a little bit more? I might want it just a fraction wetter. It's kind of self-leveling. Maybe not quite as much as I would like. Maybe a little more glue. We'll try a little more glue, a little more water. Hey, Bonnie. Just a little bit of glue. It helps it stick too. If it's not sticking well, just add more glue. I'm gonna get this to the right consistency. If I wasn't trying to blend it, I wouldn't worry so much, but because I'm trying to blend it, I really want it to be similar. Okay, try that again. Alright, so we're just gonna add it in. I'm just going around the little snowball piles and around these little figures. I keep putting that in your way. So that they make more sense, because right now they look kind of funny. They're like up on their little pedestals. If you really wanted to have fun, you could add footprints. I've seen people do that. I don't know that I'll do all that, but you could. Oh, I was going to zoom the camera just a little. So these kids are playing on their own little hills here. This will dry very hard. It dries fast too, so you kind of have to work fast. I'll try to get enough around their bodies there. I might have to do it in layers because I don't know how thick I can go and it's still dry properly. Put some under those pine cones, up under that log. Also helps cover that hot glue. I have something on my brush. It's like a string or something. It's probably a hot glue string. On this log. She's still really on a hill there. Probably have to layer it, like I said. It's still there. What is it? I don't know. I don't really have to do much on the back ones, at least not a lot. They're pretty level. I might do just some around their feet so it looks like they're, you know, squished down into the snow. I really hope this levels out. Starting to dry already. put a little angel here. Not real sure how I'm going to do it, but we are going to go for it. So I'm going to try to make a little snow angel. I'm just going to add a bunch of snow. Then I'm going to try to paint in a snow angel. So I think I will use this one. So let's think about it. So we got, I have to think about how that looks. So the hand, kind of go back and forth on each side. I'll bring it up or something after I'm done. So on each side, and then the feet, usually it's one whole swoop, right? Because they kind of come together, I think. It might be leveling too much still. Oh, it's totally leveling out. Alright, I might have to wait and let it tack up a little. My snow angel isn't working because it's leveling. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Alright, that's fine. We'll come back to that. Get back in here around this tree. I don't know if I can get y'all any closer. Let's see. I know it's hard to see. Let's see if I can get it to angle. Problem is it doesn't want to angle. It's not super sharp when it's that zoomed. I think it's alright. That's about as good as I can get. I'm basically just going around all this stuff, adding a layer to blend everything in. That's really all it is. Not sure what I want to do with this light. I guess I kind of want to cover it up. But I kind of like that it shines on the tree. Maybe I'll just leave it. So there will be snow on the edge in the front here, but we're going to stop here for now. So I'm going to carry the snow all the way around the edge. It's very hard, so it's not going to affect picking it up or anything. Unless I wanted to pick it up right this second, then it would. And hope that it does not turn red. Okay, where'd I miss? Let's go ahead and do this edge. I might debating if it's tacked up enough to come back to that. See if we can put a little more there. Try to get some around this deer. Just a little so it blends in. I might need something smaller. My paintbrush is kind of goopy now. Trying to get everything coated. I gotta get back in here. It's a little tricky. I'm trying not to touch my transfer. I don't need a lot back there, but there's a tree trunk back there that's kind of sitting up off the ground a little. So I'm just making sure it's seated. Okay, that's good. In front of the snowman, without covering them up. I need something smaller. Let's try this. Nope, that's not long enough. Maybe a flat one. That's not too bad. Okay. Just help me get in that around that. Might be ready for my angel. A lot of little devices. I've got brushes and more brushes. But I think this is helping to really kind of just blend these guys in. I know it's not as smooth as it was, but you know, it's a heavily trafficked little area here. We got all these things going on. The kids have been running around. Lots of stuff going on. Tree and that rock back there. I'll try to do a nice zoom in after I'm done. A little bit around that back deer. Oops, I touched his leg. I'll fix it in a second. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Don't put your finger in the paint. Picture, wipe, something. Alright, where's my cleaning brush? There it is. Just want to get this off his leg real quick. So I don't care if there's a little on there, but it was completely globbed on there. Anything else I need to clean up? Don't think so. Alright, let's jump back over to this. Go back here where that fox is. And on this side of this deer. Twig there, but I'm just going to leave it. Must have broken off of something. That's okay. It looks like it belongs there. Alright, that's not too bad. A bit funny looking there. Let's brush them over. Might have to add more water. All right, let's see if we can do an angel. I'm determined to do this angel. So, I want basically a little swipe that's wider on the outside, on each side. And then we want a swipe on the bottom for the feet. head spot for the body, where the head was in there. Just trying to kind of clean it as I go. No idea if it'll look alright. But you know what? It should. You should get the idea of it. Because you know, kids would be definitely making some snow angels. Almost got it. I'll try to hold it up in a second. I think that's believable. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna rinse this real quick. Just don't want to get any hard on there. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. It's hard to move and see the camera. All right. Lighting, where are you? Oh my God. Sorry. Hold it. I got to zoom out because I can't. All right. Do you see the snow angel? It's there. I don't know where that weird lighting's coming from, but oh, it's the people. It's there. I think it looks like an angel, right? I think so. Okay. Go slow. Okay. Let's see. Zoom back in. Just zoom. Okay. I'll take lots of pictures when I'm done too. You know, close-up pictures so y'all can see. And post them to my page. Okay. Let's see. Where's that little brush? Oh, it's in the paint. It's in the snow. Okay. Where else do I need? I think I need to wet this some more. Well, I don't know. I kind of wanted a little more texture for around these girls. They're still not blending quite as much as I would like. Technically she has ice skates on, which doesn't necessarily make sense for in the snow, but we're just going to let that slide. Tree needed more snow. Right, maybe she's going to blend enough. She's really on a hill there. Too, or she is. It's another girl. There's 2 girls and a boy over there. Let's try to blend her a little bit more. Some in the back there. Really one on my snowball. Doesn't really have to come over the edge, but I'm going to just kind of blend it into the edge there, I think. dry in there. Okay. That's good. We got our angel. I think we're okay there. Looks like all of my stumps are covered. I think Sienna's feet are okay. They're a little bit high. There, I think. Okay, then I want to put some snow up here. So just gonna kind of put some on the edge and have it kind of drip down a little. Not sure if I want to go all the way down on this side. I might just leave that seam there. I'm not sure. This is technically sky, so I don't think I'm going to do that, but I am going to do this wall. So it might end up on the other side too. I'm just trying to kind of make it look, you know, like it's been snowed on. Not sure about my device. My brush may or may not be the best option. I don't want to cover this sign. Okay, onto the candy cane. Just a little bit on the edge. Okay. I think I'll do some on the window, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It's got snow. It's just not kind of what I would like. Gonna have this hanging over. I think I can get it on that edge without hitting the lantern. No, I did not. No. Don't really want it on the whole lantern. I might put some on the lantern, but I just don't want it taken over the lantern. I'll just put some over here. Let's see if we can do it without making a mess. Okay. Wipe that off. To the other side. Not sure if I want glitter on my snow or not. I'm gonna put a little more on the top here because you can see it from the back and it's got like a brown color. It doesn't really matter if it goes over to the back, I guess. It's not like it's a logical sky wall. Trying to keep it from taking over the other side. droopy. Just a little more droopy. Okay. It wipes off pretty easy while it's wet, so. Some on this brick wall here. Almost need more snow, but we're going to try to work with this as much as I can before I mix up more. Did I put them on this edge of the bricks on the other side? I do not know, but I do like the way that brushes on with the side of the brush. I'd go over there and do that if I didn't. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see, did I? No. Okay. Let's do that. I'm going to just use the side of the brush and go all the way down. This kind of gives it a little snowy effect there. Yeah, that's good. I'll probably do the same on the front. Ooh, I'm definitely going to have to make up another batch. I am running out. Trying to fill in this crack. Yep, I think I need more. I hope these lights don't go bad because I am not getting into this room easily. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see. Can I just use the side of it? Just a little bit. Maybe some there in between. I'd rather it be nice and snowy, so. Alright, let's see. Do you think I can do those windows with this? It's got, like I said, it has snow, but it's not. It's not great snow. So we're going to add more. And I'm going to add puddles on each windowsill. But I think I'm going to have to mix up some more, guys. I am definitely running out. So I think I will make the wind maybe coming from the outside. Because logically, usually there's more on one edge than the other. I kind of need a smaller brush. You do not want to know what I just did. That was not what I thought it was. It's a good thing I have a drop cloth down. I am now very soaking wet. This didn't go over the item. So this is why I keep my water in these little containers, because silly me will pick it up thinking it's paint. Okay, that was fun. Okay. Let me wash this brush. I can't believe I did that. Well, I can't, but yeah. goodness. I don't know where it went, but I don't think it went on anything else except me. It went on me. Okay. Small brush. And I'm going to have to mix up more snow. The question is, can I get away with mixing it in here? Sometimes you can, but if it's gotten too thick, you won't be able to because it'll get chunky on you. I don't know how much I need. I'll just guess. It's not like the mixture is rocket science anyway. Like I said, I always just eye it. I'm going to have all kinds of laughs on this live, and then 2 months from now, I'm not going to know why y'all are laughing at my video. That happens all the time. I'll do something silly like that, and y'all will laugh about it. But it's not like me talking and the little laugh emojis line up. So I'll be like, what were they laughing about? And then I have to go back and watch it and try to figure it out. Okay, I think that worked. Okay. It's an experience, guys. All right, let's see if we can get something here before this whole thing starts drying too much. I'm trying to get that little crack. Ooh, that was more than I wanted. Let me wipe that off before it dries. A little too much. We are going to have it built up around the bottom, so just a little. Just does not want to go in that crack. Not a big deal, but all right, let's try to get this edge. This is the edge that's not quite touching, so it might be a challenge. I'm hoping it will stay and fill that in. It might just take a couple of coats. It's possible. That's not too bad. Okay. Up around the bottom a little bit. And around the bottom of this window. So I just want it to be like, you know, the areas that were walked on have, you know, less snow. So I'm going to try. That's the doorway, so we'll keep that open. And I'll just put like a dusting there. Let's put a little more on top maybe. Just a bit. Okay. We still got to do the windows. I'll come back to it. Get around here, around my little light. Might make a tiny puddle there. It's not a very flat light. It's kind of it's curved on the bottom. I probably should have cut it off, but I was trying not to have to do that. Okay. That works. Come over to the door. Over to the door here. Figure out where to put my finger. Okay. wonder how to do these windows. I think I can do them with this. I just want snow that's a little more believable just on the outside edges. Even some on the door. Just a little. But I think by putting a little more on one edge than the other, you get more of a, it gives the piece more action because it insinuates, you know, there's wind and it's piling up in that corner. I gotta think about how I'm gonna do this exactly. I have a couple of ideas, but not 100% sure. Just get that little base. Okay. I think that's okay. Let's do this one. It's too thick. It's probably your brush starts gooping too much. Oh my goodness. I love the spinny thing, but alright, I gotta clean it. It's just getting too goopy. Try that again. So I'm just staying on the same side, even though it's in kind of a different section. Snow around the windows. I'm just kind of stippling a little extra, but I'm not covering up all of that outside. A little bit. My brushes are going crazy here. It's cut. What are you doing? Too much stippling. It's getting weird. Maybe not that much off. Let's put it back. I don't know if it would be there. Maybe not. At least if I get too crazy, I can just wipe it back off. Okay, a little bit stipply there. Stipply there. So we're going to have this outside edge for sure. I think I'm gonna try to crumble some in the middle areas. Not a lot, just a little. But I'll do this first and see how it looks. Because, you know, it would be mostly melted. quiet. Just adding this out. I need some up here, don't I? Just a little bit of ARTROOM. That would have snow on it. I don't think it has to have any anywhere else. Blending this in. All right, I think, let me think about this. I feel like I missed some windowed areas here. Just a little bit there, a little bit there. That one spot there, it looked weird. I think that's okay. Didn't do any stippling. Just a little more on these edges. This is a little more dry. Trying to cover everything so you can still see in there. Okay. Let's see. How's this looking? I'm just going to try to fill in any areas that look oddly bumpy. And hopefully they'll smooth out. But like I said, you know, in reality, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So many angles. I assume this will take overnight to dry because I've got some decently thick areas. I will probably go over these trees with a little more white acrylic paint just to see if they will stay white and not turn green on me. I don't think I need a lot on these bushes, but I'll add a little bit of snow. Just a tiny bit of a touch of snow on them. Show it to you up close, maybe a little more on the pine cones. I do have some, but we'll add just a little bit more. I think it's enough pine cones. I debated on adding more, but I think it's enough. Some of this little bush back here. Yeah, that's good. Other pine cone. Okay, need some more around his base. He's kind of floating in the air right there. Some on this side. Square rock needs more. Little rock back there. We're gonna put some more extra snow on top of it. There's another rock over here. Some snow on that one too. You know what? I'm gonna put a little bit on his hat. Just a little. Maybe a little on Santa's. Not too much, just a little. As it's snowing, these guys need a little more snow. Just here and there. That's good. Okay. All right, so this path. Let me try something. It's not terrible. This is just a very dry brushing. Just to kind of hint that there's been snow here. Maybe even ice. Be sufficient. Might not need a powdery snow. Just a little bit on the edge there. Because, you know, it's wet and melty, and I think if we just have a hint. That might be all right. All right, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see, what else am I missing? Can't tell if this is changing color on me, guys. I hope not. I've got so much varnish on this thing. It shouldn't, but you know, for whatever reason. Maybe I should put a dusting on the brick too. Let's try it. If worse comes worse and it looks awful, I can wipe it off. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit first. I might do a flat edge. I'll try that one maybe. I don't want a lot. Let's see if I can get a little bit on here. That might be all right. What do y'all think? You're gonna have to tell me if you think that looks good. So just a little bit of hint of snow. And bricks just a little bit. Is it too much? Not enough. I'm gonna try to zoom. Do you like the bricks to have snow? Or, let's see, hold on. Oops. Sorry. Gotta zoom back out. Okay. Oh, it's dark. Light. Let there be light. Okay. Bricks with snow. Or bricks with no snow. What do you think? Bricks with snow? Oh my goodness. My carpet is soaked. I touched a couple of places I'm going to have to fix up. Y'all are being quiet. You're not going to tell me. Alright, that's fine. I will make my own decision. What brush was I using? That one. It's probably every time I move it before it dries, I keep touching the edge. Where did I touch over here? I think that was it. I don't know. I think I like bricks with just a hint of snow. So I am just going to do a hint of snow on the bricks. Not much, just a little. Just tone them down a tiny bit. Because chances are some of the snow would stick to them. I think. I keep touching that. Also kind of tones down the shininess that I put on there. Not too much. There. Alright, bricks with snow. And you know what? I'm going to pile some up in this corner of the sky. Honestly, I just don't like the way it looks plain, so it may not make logical sense. We'll pretend it's a billboard. But I am just going to go ahead and put some there. Honestly, because there's just a crack and it'll help seal it up and kind of just make it blend in. I might even do most of this area up here white. It's just a snowy top on it. I think that's okay. Nothing else. It looks more finished. Covers up some of this hot glue goop. Trying to figure out how to hold without blocking the scene. What time is it? I'm almost out of snow. Get it in there. just kind of blends a little bit better, I think. And just kind of rounding it off there. Okay. A little more right there. Just had a bunch of hot glue where I glued that candy cane on there. So I'll cover that up. Okay, that works. It's very snowy. Do the antlers on the deers need anything? Maybe just the tiniest dusting. Just a little. Not much. Teeny tiny dusting of snow on their antlers. I'm just going to add a sprinkling on Helm so he kind of blends snow looky, because right now he's kind of doesn't look like he matches as well. That's better. Alright, she's still really up in the air. See if I can get another goop of snow right there. Trying to get her to look like she's not floating. I want to cover up my angel. That's a little bit better, I think. It's like I'm okay with a tiny bit of a hill, but it just kind of looked like she was standing on something weird. I think. Oh, did I miss this section? I did. I missed that little spot in between the candy cane and the brick wall. See if I can get it in there. Problem is I'm almost out of snow. I'm not going to mix up more. I might wipe off the face of my candy cane a little bit because it's kind of losing her. Don't go away. Where's that wipe? Face. Can't do it once it dries, really. It does have a little bit of a coating on that cardstock, but not a lot, so you can only add so much water. That's not too bad. Okay. You look good. Let's see. Let's insinuate a little path here. Kind of insinuate that they walk out away from that just a little bit. There. I think that makes sense. Okay, that should be good. That water, let me get this spot right here. It's a little too more than I wanted. more on that light post. It's kind of sticking out right now. It doesn't have anything on the edge like black marker or anything. And that is a little bit of an issue. I just don't know if I really do much with it. Let's see. I should have done it ahead of time, but I don't know if the alcohol ink will come through the snow. It might. But I'm just kind of color that in a little bit because right now it's brown. That's better. Let's see if we can do this side. Let that dry. Try not to touch the front. It's possible I could have done it easier with paint, but I just wanted to get it to blend better. That seems better. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't think you all could tell it, but it just wasn't quite looking right. Now I might put just a little bit of snow on it. The brush washed out some. Let's see if we have any in here. Get just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit on here. Just like a little level there. A little ledge. Just put a little on that little ledge. Just blend that in a little bit more. Okay, that should be good. I don't think I want any on the sign itself. I mean, logically it might have some, because it is out. I guess I could try to brush just the tiniest bit on there. I don't want a ton. Just a little teeny bit. It kind of looks like it's been snowed on. Good, good. I don't think I missed any windows. Got those gaps pretty good here. That's only a tiny bit of a gap. Okay. Oh, that snow is still turning red on me. That is so bizarre. Definitely don't use distress paint on these. Make sure you use some sort of acrylic paint. These were, I'm pretty sure I used like lumberjack plaid or something, because I didn't have a lot of reds in my acrylics. So whatever I used, putting varnish over the top of it is not enough to seal it and keep it from bleeding through. So I'll have to wait for this to dry, add a few more coats of white paint on there, I think, and hopefully it will stop it. But yeah, so that's going to be an issue. Just a bit. I can definitely see it coming through. And sometimes it takes like a day, so. Alright, I think we're good. I'm trying to see if there's anything I missed. Y'all think of anything I missed? I don't think I missed anything. I'm gonna wash these brushes real quick before I forget. I'll wash them better after I'm done, but just get the majority of it out. Okay. They're all clean. Alright, so I didn't do the crumbly snow, which is fine. I think it's fine. I was thinking about taking this and adding like a spray glue and basically crumbling some up on the streets. I just don't, honestly, I don't know if it needs it. I'm trying to see kind of what it would look like without putting the glue on. I mean, it's a little on the big side. I don't know. I think I don't really need it. Where's my chip brush? Somewhere. Must be over here. Let's wash all my clothes. I grabbed that water and I literally poured it all over me and my floor. I'm standing in a puddle of water right now. And my pants are soaked. So I don't know about adding this snow powdery flakes. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. If you think it would look better, I could do it off camera. But I do have a Scenic glue spray. This is a I'm trying to think the brand. We were just talking about our Woodland Scenics makes a lot of model building stuff, and this is their Scenic. It's called Scenic Cement, and I can add the Scenic Cement and then sprinkle that snow on there to give it a little bit of a powdery look. I just don't know if it needs it. I'm kind of happy with it the way it is, so I might just leave it. That's it, I think. I think we're done. I like it. I don't think I missed anything. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I did. So let's put those in there to wash. Let me clean my hands off a little bit because I have baking soda snow all over me. Makes your hands feel funny, like soft. Oh, you know how baking soda is. It's probably horrible for your hands and very drying. Alright, so all this will get washed out. I usually just take that and I just go like that, scrape the edges. I don't put it in my sink, I put it in the trash. And then when I've got pretty much all of it out, I'll wipe it out with a paper towel. Make sure I have as much of it out as I can. And then I'll wash it in the sink. But not until I have as much of it out as I can. Otherwise, you'll clog up your sink and you don't want to do that. So don't be putting stuff down your sink. Shouldn't. Alright, let me see if I can give you guys a close-up look. See if I can get this lighting to cooperate. And I'll take pictures, but we're going to try this. Because I know some of my viewers are not on Facebook, so let's see if I can do this without making everybody dizzy. Go slow, go slow, go slow. All right. Trying to go slow. Okay, so we have our little angel there. The lighting's not great, but let's see. There she is. A little angel. The kids got extra snow. Santa's got a little extra snow. Snowman. See our little elk hiding back there. And then over here, we've got the little fox. He's in the picture. And then this deer. And then there's that bush back there. A little bit of snow on it, some pine cones. But see how this is still trying to turn green on me? Look at that. I'm gonna have to paint it again. I hope I can get it to stop. I really would prefer not to have green snow. I don't know why it's doing it still. But I got the piles of snowballs. They've got a couple of snowballs in their hands that I added. Another little bush back there. And then over here, we have a brick wall. Very dusty. And then we have our scene. This is the first one. And inside there, got the tree and the cabinet. There's a little sleeping kitty cat in there. Lamp back there. Sorry, it's really difficult to angle. Okay, and then our little alcove kind of area. And second scene, Believe in the Magic of Christmas. We got our Christmas tree. And we've got our little dachshund doggy in there. This reflection of the snow on the front here, I can't figure out where it is. Right there, that reflection unfortunately shows on his head, depending on how you're looking, but and then Santa's over there. A fireplace, and if you really come down low, you can see the little focus. Come on, little reef in there. Stained glass. Okay, that is it. Still got some snow on this brick, and we are done. All right, let me put this camera back up and we'll close out. I hope I'm not moving too fast. I know I don't like a lot of movement, so trying to keep it slow. Find my little thing to sit on. All right. Focus. Kind of, sort of. All right, that was it, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. I don't know what we're doing next. I have a journal that I'm going to do, but I was debating on a painting. I just don't know. I'll have to let y'all know. It may or may not be Wednesday, depending on what I can pull together. But we will do something fun. So y'all let me know. Would you rather me start another journal? I have a journal picked out with Stamperia paper. Stamperia, however you say it. It is called Secret Diary. Got that, and then I have just a bunch of nature type stuff. So I was thinking of making kind of a nature secret diary kind of journal. It's pretty. I picked out some fabric so I can do it. And then other than that, I was debating on trying to do a painting. Honestly, I just don't know what I would paint. I'll have to figure out if I can. I have one piece of wood that I can paint on. I went through all my wood. But y'all let me know. If you have a preference, I will try to do what y'all would like. The majority anyway. So let me know. You want to see a painting? Do you want to see the next journal? Or something else? And would you like to see more scenic stuff like this? Vignettes. Dave got a railroad, scenic railroad thing for Christmas from his uncle, and I was like, oh, now I need to build a whole, like, you know, railroad city. So I may do that at some point, but I don't know if I want to put it on this channel or if I want to start like a miniatures channel and have it separate. So I'll have to decide. But anyway, that's it, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you guys, like I said, it'll either be Wednesday or Friday. It just depends on how quickly I can throw something together. Okay, please let me know your thoughts and everything. I really appreciate it when y'all comment and let me know. Y'all take care. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye. You have your grandfather's Lionel train? Yeah. They're so cool. We have the Polar Express one. And then we got a firehouse with a little fire truck. But it needs a village and we don't have one. So I might have to build one. All right. That's it, guys. Bye.